guys. Today we're focusing on the Weightlifting Lab on the foot, and something we want to do to add a little bit of slack in our system. So what I mean by that is the posterior chain in particular. So the back of the body can get really gummed up and tight, simply due to the bottom of your feet being really tight. So it can lead to things like shin splints, lack of stability in the foot, lack of proper alignment in the foot. So one of the things that we suggest to, and plantar fasciitis as well. So one of the things that we suggest to do to alleviate your chances of getting those conditions, but also just to keep the body functioning properly, is something like a self-foot massage or a foot rollout. So we're going to show you 3 different ways to do that really quickly today. Okay, so you're going to take your lacrosse ball if you have one. This happens to be a yoga tune-up ball. So yoga tune-up balls are great because they're a little bit more pliable, a little bit softer than an actual hard rubber lacrosse ball. But a lacrosse ball works just fine. The other tool that I use for this is the Trigger Point Therapy Footballer, it's called. And it's a specialty tool basically made for rolling out your feet. So what I do with this is it just allows me to put a little more even pressure on my entire foot. And specifically on inside edges, outside edges of my foot without having to grasp something beside me. So I'll use this for today, for example, and then what we're going to do is basically just put our foot right at the, just below the ball of the foot, but you can go on the ball of the foot as well, and you're just going to slowly roll forward. So about 4 seconds forward, right up to the front edge of the heel, and then 4 seconds back. You're going to go 4 seconds forward. You're going to go 4 seconds back. One more time, 4 seconds forward. You're going to go 4 seconds back. And then from there, I can actually turn my foot to the inside, and I'm rolling the inside edge of my foot now. 4 seconds forward and back, forward, and back, forward, and back. And if you find somewhere that's extra tight, like I just found, press down, breathe in and press. Press down on it for about 4 seconds, breathe out, and relax. And then just keep rolling. But you want to add a little bit of pressure to those areas to try and loosen up those myofascial knots, really. Okay, so once you're done the inside edge, you want to move to the outside edge. Same thing here, 4 seconds forward and back. Right up to the ball of the foot and right down to the front edge of the heel. And again, go to the front edge of the heel, not right up onto the heel. And once you've done 4 repetitions here, this is number 4 for me, 4 seconds forward, 4 seconds back. I'm pretty much good to go onto the other foot. By all means, if you need a wall, use a wall to balance on or hold. The lacrosse ball, it can be a little bit more targeted. Yoga tune-up ball, so you can actually hit pressure points, I find a little bit better. Sometimes you can put a little bit more pressure onto those areas with the yoga tune-up ball, and it'll expand a little bit under your foot to give you a little bit more working of the joints in surrounding areas and such, right? So just overall loosening, I really like the lacrosse ball too. I just find the problem is once it gets to the inside edge of my heel or the inside edge of my foot, it'll fall out the side or I'll slip off of it. So I really do like either a dumbbell or the foot rolling tool from Trigger Point. And if you don't have any of these things, guys, don't worry about it. What you can do, sit down, sit cross-legged, and just give yourself a little bit of a foot massage, getting right up into those areas. And if you find, it's the same thing, press the thumb in nice, up, 4 seconds, press nice and hard, bring it back, up, bring it back, move to the center, up, bring it back. So there's multiple ways to do this to get the benefits of what we're trying to do, loosen up the fascial system, and then re-establish foot stability. There's multiple ways to do this without having, a lacrosse ball or tools or specific tools. So yeah, that's the foot rollout. Hopefully it helps you guys. Hopefully it relieves some tension for you, but it's a great exercise for preventing things like plantar fasciitis and just keeping the foot mobile and stable.
Please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or you want to see a particular video made, please enter it in the comments section. I answer all comments. Thanks for supporting the Weightlifting Lab.